Hi and welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to show you the equipment that I am using for my YouTube videos as a new YouTuber. And I'm filming my videos with my iPhone XR, so it's not a new phone by any means. That is what I'm using for filming and also editing, most of the editing. I will come to that in a little bit. So I also have my laptop. This is about, I think I bought it 3 years ago. So for me, this is has a brand new feel to it. So it's the HP Spectre 360 16-inch, and it has a pretty good weight to it. I used to have a smaller, older laptop, but it wouldn't work for what I wanted to do with YouTube videos. So you see, I've been planning this for a long time. 3 years ago, I bought this one, and here I am now. So, so this is my phone and my laptop. I also have a tripod that is flexible, and I absolutely love my tripod. So my phone is sitting on the tripod right now. And like I said, it's flexible, so I can use it on the table. I usually don't do that though. I have it on the floor. And since it's so flexible in height, I can just have it on the floor when I'm standing up or I'm sitting down. So it's just great that way. I will show you um, the tripod in the end of this video. Okay. So and then also I have natural lights in all of my rooms here in the house. And filming outside is great. You get all the natural light out there. Filming inside, if you don't have the natural light, it can become a little bit gloomy. I mean, it's okay. It depends on kind of like what time it is in the day and if it's a lot of clouds out and things like that. But I do have a ring light just in case. So if it is kind of dark and gloomy outside, then I use this. And this is also flexible. So I can have it on the table or I can have it on the floor. And I have it on the floor. Um, I mean, it saves me space on the table and it's so tall anyway, so it's perfect. And like I said, it's adjustable. So it's just, you know, you just snap it in place and it works right away. It's perfect, easy, and it's pretty sturdy. Sometimes these can be a little bit flimsy, so this go even taller. So, but I'm having it like this for now, and I can also move it around with this. And I'm gonna show you. If you're not used to ring lights, this is what they look like. So they give you some light. And what I like to do is you can choose from warmer light, cold light, natural light, and you can just go through them like this. You see how it changes, right? Yeah. And my favorite one to use is the warm light, which is this one. And then I can go up and down with the light, dim it down here if I don't need that much, maybe. And if it's gloomy and dark, if you want to film maybe at night, when it's really dark and you don't have much lamps, maybe, or you don't want reflections in your camera, then these are great. So yeah, so that is what I am using. Um, so as you can see, it's nothing advanced at all. I have the basic things, and I absolutely love that I can film with my iPhone, and I have never used the camera on my laptop. Actually, I'm not familiar with how I would um, go about that. I think it's easier for me to use my phone. And when it comes to editing softwares, there are so many softwares out there, and you have those that are more advanced, and like DaVinci Resolve, and you can get the free version, and you can get the paid version, and CapCut, and Filmora, and all of these. different kinds of editing softwares. But what I use mostly, since I do have an iPhone, is iMovie for the iPhone. And I also use Canva. I use Canva a lot. And I use that mostly for when I'm doing thumbnails and um, the fonts and that. And but iMovie for the iPhone, if you do have an iPhone, is great. It's easy to learn. Um, so that is a very good start. So when it comes to iMovie, if you don't have an iPhone and you would have Windows, if you would have Windows 11, then you could use Clipchamp. And that is the PC version of iMovie for iPhones. And I have used that too, and that is great. But I'm a little bit stuck on iMovie on the iPhone. I'm so used to that now, and I think it's working really great for me, and it's so easy to use. And also, like I said, Canva is so great too. But everything is a learning curve. You learn something new every day, which is so much fun. And you can't learn too much, right? So it's just to move forward. And as a new YouTuber, I am having so much fun with this. It's so much fun. And I am working on my videos and my editing. I work on that. It feels like I'm doing it 24/7. I'm not doing it 24/7, but it feels like it, because after I'm done, I keep thinking about it. That is how much I love it. So, um, like I said, I'm going to show you the tripod, and I am also going to show you um, a bit more of the ring light in the end of this video. And another thing that I'm using also is a microphone. So I am using the Hollylark M2. I bought it at Amazon, and it's working great. I had a little bit of problems with some high pitches when I was talking in my first videos, like the first and the second. And I hope that that is solved. I do have the noise cancellation on because I think it sounds the best with that on. But I was looking into it more with these high pitches, and I know a lot of other people who use it said that turn off the noise cancellation and don't use it. So it's an experiment, and I'm working on that, and because I want really good sound. Yeah, so hopefully this sounds just right. I hope so. Um, so anyway, this is the equipment that I am using, like I said, as a new YouTuber. And for now, this is working great for me. I don't use anything more advanced than that, and I'm not planning on buying a new phone anytime soon. So my XR will have to do. I do have another wonderful tool that I wanted to use when I'm making videos, and that is a gimbal. Oh, I just love gimbals. So I got one for Christmas. I'm not going to show that today because I haven't gone through it yet. I haven't learned anything about it yet, how to use it. So I'm going to show it to you when I know more about it and when I've been trying it out. And it's going to be so much fun because I'm planning on using that when I'm outside, when I'm walking, and when I'm out in the garden. If I'm not using my tripod, then I will use the gimbal. Um, and I'm so excited for that. So yeah, that is my equipment. And if you would like to have a cup of coffee with me, if you would like to join me, I will be right back because I'm going to brew myself a cup of coffee right now, and I will continue and have a chat with you this wonderful Wednesday. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I am back with a wonderful cup of coffee. I hope that you have a cup of coffee or tea. And thank you so much for joining me. I think it's so cozy to sit and have a cup of coffee together, isn't it? And that first sip is just so wonderful. So, as I was talking about before, now when I'm showing you my equipment, is that if you are um, a new YouTuber and if you are my age and you are starting over and you want to start a YouTube channel, and that's something maybe that you have been dreaming about, you've been thinking about it a lot, and you feel like, oh, I've seen, excuse me, other YouTube creators say that it's just to start, and you have the feeling like, yes, I wish I could. I wish I could start, but I don't know how. I don't know how to start. I don't know what equipment to use. I have never made videos before. I have never talked in front of a camera before. And it can feel really difficult because it feels like something is standing in the way of what you feel like you want to do. And that is how I have been feeling. And I have been feeling like that for years. Because I remember the other day, I was just thinking, I remember in 2013, that's a long time ago, 2013, I was planning on having a YouTube channel, but I had so many, and I still do, I had so many different things that I thought could be my niche. I have been the owner of a beauty salon before. I am an aromatherapist, and I thought, should I go into that? Should I have a channel about aromatherapy, and should I teach people about skincare and take great care of your skin and products, which is my field of expertise, so to speak. So I thought, is that something that I could do? But at the same time, I wanted to talk about dogs, and I wanted to talk about horses, and I wanted to talk about their health, and I wanted to talk about their health and their diet. And then on the other hand, I wanted to make videos walking outside in the woods and tell people how wonderful it is when you hug a tree and how that feels. You know what I mean? So there are so many different topics and niches, and I still struggle with the niche because when you have a vlog and you want to talk about maybe different topics each time, but they are kind of connected, well, that is fine. You won't confuse the algorithm there. But if you're going to talk about, like I did in my first video, and then my second video, in my first video I said that I was going to introduce my dog in my next video, and so I did. But I think I confused the algorithm because the algorithm is thinking, is she talking about that she's a new YouTuber and for women over 50, and she wants a community, and she wants to talk about gardening, cooking from garden to table, and be outside, have coffee chats, uh, teach someone something new? Or is it that she wants to talk about dogs and dog problems when they get problems with their health in any way, like stomach problems, like Alfie had, and I was talking about that. But to me, I wanted to introduce him, and I wanted to share something that happened to him and how that was, taken care of. But I think that the algorithm took that. When I was looking into my stats on my channel, I see that the algorithm is taking that as people are looking for dog food recipes, and that is not what I wanted to do right now. That is something that I can um, kind of wave in, so to speak, in my channel in the future. Um, Maybe when I have more people coming here, more subscribers. And so yeah, it is a learning curve for sure for everybody. But I'm going to tell you this, that if you feel that you have a dream that you want to start a YouTube channel and you're not sure how to, it is so worth it. And you will learn how to talk in front of the camera, because it's only going to be you and your phone or your computer or your camera, whatever you use to make videos. It's only going to be you and the camera. But the feeling that it gives at first is that you sit here and you talk to a million people. A million people are not watching me. They're not. Absolutely not. That's not how it works. It takes time to get videos out there, to be found, and that for the algorithm to send the right people to me. And not only that, if you feel uncomfortable with something, like I said, it's only you and the camera, you don't have to upload it. You can do it all over again. You can just practice how many times you that you need, so it doesn't matter. And if you don't know a niche that you want to be in, that you want to be talking about makeup, and you want to talk about dogs or cats, or coffee and chat videos, or women over 30, or whatever, if you're not sure about your own niche, then talk about what you have a passion for right now, because that is something on the way, so to speak, that becomes your learning curve. So I'm sitting here now and I'm talking about this, and before I did, I was thinking, who am I to sit here and talk about this when there are millions of huge YouTubers that knows everything about this? They have done it, they have gone through it, and they are so good at what they are doing. But the thing is that what I have learned, I have also watched the big YouTubers and followed advice, but the thing is that when you can relate to someone who are on your level, everything becomes easier. That is how I feel anyway. So, because the thing is that it can feel very overwhelming when you are watching people who have done it all, who have millions of videos on their channel. They know exactly what they're talking about. They know how to talk. They have the perfect niche. They are so well known, and it can feel really overwhelming because you could compare yourself to that person, and you could feel like, I'm never gonna get there. And that is the wrong way to think. That is a wrong way to think, because you will do your thing, and they have been doing their thing, and they are doing their thing. So this, with comparing yourself with other people who are driving around you in the lane, so to speak, and taking off, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that what you are doing are worth less, or not meaningful to other people. You see what I'm saying? It's so important to know that. So the only thing to do, is to move forward. It's just one way, and it's to move forward. And that is what I've been telling myself too, to move forward. And there is no taking steps back in making YouTube videos. You don't take any steps back. You take steps forward, because you learn something new all the time. Every time you press a button, every time you are in a software, and you're doing something new, and you learn something new, and it's a thrill to feel that you're learning something new every single time. So please take that with you and know that what you have to say and what you show is worth something to someone. And that is what's so important to remember. That if you can teach someone something today, if you can make someone smile today, if you make someone feel good today inside, that is worth so much for that person. So please keep that in mind if you have a dream to get out there and talk about something that you are passionate about. It matters as much as what the big YouTubers have to say. It's just that they have been there for a long time. They have a community. They are well known. People don't only watch them anymore for what they are doing in the video. People are watching them for them. And they love to see everything that they do. So don't give up on your dream. And it might not be having a YouTube channel, it can be anything. Just don't give up on your dream, okay? It's so important. So I am going to have a sip. Please have a sip of your coffee too, or your tea. And we can sip coffee together. So today is Wednesday, and I have a beautiful weather out here. Snow, still got snow yesterday, last night. Oh my goodness, it was so gorgeous. Gonna get some more. And I was filming, oh my goodness, I was so lucky to film my little cottontail bunny that lives outside here. There are many, like I've said before, but there is one, and I want to tell her story in a video, and I'm going to do that very soon. And I'm going to show you how beautiful she is. She is such a little sweetheart. And what's so wonderful is that her and we have a connection, like a distant connection. So she can be close, but she is a wild animal. So of course she's going to be cautious, which she absolutely should be. But we do have a very warm, loving connection. And I want to talk to you more about that another day. And I'm going to show her to you. Well, I'm going to round it up here for now. And thank you so much for being here today. And thank you so much for the coffee chat. It's been so cozy. And thank you so much for listening to me when I'm talking about my equipment. And like I said, I will be here on Friday again, and I hope to see you then. Take good care. Okay, bye.